We are live. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we went through all your games already, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
um, so now it's time to train.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, so what conclusions do you draw after looking at all your games? What do you think about them?
From the tournament.
Yeah, the last 6 games from the tournament.
Honestly, I'm performance-wise, like not result-wise, but the way I played, I'm actually fairly content. Like I think I played reasonably for my skill level. Um, there I missed. There were some opportunities that I missed, but overall, I think I played quite well. I don't have any big regrets, like blundering majorly as I often do in tournaments. So overall, I think I played pretty well. It was. I think there were a few like very subtle moments that I had the opportunity to capitalize on that I overlooked.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. I mean, I agree. And I mean, this was a very you tournament. I mean, it's really noticeable that it was you playing these games. You got well good positions out of the opening as a rule. Normally, you were ahead. You were the one putting pressure. Um, and yeah, there in some of the games you had opportunities to go for more, and well, even to just put the game away because in some of them you were winning. Some of those points just escaped.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still the thing that you have to work most on. You have a pretty good opening repertoire. I think it's very well worked out. I mean, you might notice that for the level, it's way better than your opponents in general. I think at least. In the open, you're much better prepared, and yeah, you don't feel so comfortable with the initiative. I tend to
Mm.
see.
I'm not an attacking player for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
I don't like to
and
take
that's not.
risks.
Yeah, it's like you don't want to take risks. You don't feel comfortable attacking. And yeah, I think that's what sometimes makes you see ghosts. I mean, it's kind of defense mechanism to try to justify to yourself why you're not going for it when some line looks interesting, for example. Um, so of course, well, how you're going to work on this? I mean, tactics are necessary, of course. But today, I want to play a couple of positions, and these are
Oh,
positions from real games.
okay. I
Um,
I can see the
yeah.
next moves if you want to hide them.
Oh, you can?
I can see. Yeah. So I'll look away.
Oh, oh, I had it set. Oh, maybe we are not synced because I had it set on high nets moves. Oh, it took me to chapter one. What happened here?
Okay. I'm now. Okay. Now I'm in the Harry Golombek, and yeah, I still see them here.
Yeah. And you can see all the moves?
No, I see up to 16 now.
Oh, then it's all right.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, because we have to play from this position.
Okay. Yeah, I think I was on a different
You
chapter.
scared me there for
I
one
think
second.
we weren't synced. I think that was the issue.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Good. Because move 17 is
Oh,
already
I
start of
didn't I didn't
the
see it.
answer to the
I didn't see it.
Okay, so I will challenge you to a game from this position.
It's interesting that you have
Um,
Alekhine here because, as you know, I'm getting close to finishing the Art of Attack, and um, Vladimir Vukovic, he has a lot of games from Alekhine in that book. He seems to really love Alekhine and his attacking.
Yeah, I mean, for the book, it's just fitting. Alekhine's games are are perfect for that. And I think he mentions Alekhine Kasparov. And I don't know if he also mentions another player.
He doesn't mention Kasparov because he wrote.
Well, Kasparov can't be.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I'm confused.
yeah, because it was written, I think, in like
He
the
mentioned
50s.
Alekhine.
Oh well.
Yeah, he mentioned.
Um.
Yeah, he mentions Alekhine and some other player, and then there's another author that throws Kasparov in there as those players that just make natural moves and they attack by just playing their normal moves. I mean, they don't go out of their way really to get an attacking position. They just put their pieces in good squares and suddenly they have an attack. They have that ability to play aggressively without taking an unnecessary amount of risk. Though Alekhine had a taste for risky positions.
Very
He could
very
also,
complicated positions. I find whenever I look at a
yeah,
lot of his games or puzzles, yeah, they're very complicated for me. Like they're pretty wild.
yeah.
They're not
Kasparov
calm.
argues that at some point Alekhine kind of
Ah.
took pride on beating his opponents with whichever tactical idea that came to his mind, and so he went for crazy sacrifice. But he could also win games. Playing solid but attacking chess at the time. This game is a good example. So I'm going to put 20 plus 5. So
Okay, so this is not really. Is there a tactic here, or is it just a
um,
good position?
it's a good position. You do have the initiative. You have to develop the initiative somehow, and that's going to require calculation, of course, to
Okay.
some extent. Um, but that's what that's what I was looking for, a position that is not just a direct blow and it ends right there like a
Right.
tactics puzzle.
Yeah.
It's a position that in which you're much better. You should be able to put a lot of pressure and even win the game, but still you have to work.
Okay.
um, so I'm playing with the black pieces.
Oh, and then you're going to send me. You're going to send me a challenge. Is that?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I see.
This is more like an open exercise.
Oh, this is interesting. I see a little interesting icon. Okay. Oh, I'm going to have to open a new window to do that. Okay. Here. Whoops. Okay.
Lichess has this thing that we have to repeat moves so that clock starts.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. So,
yeah, it should start right away.
Okay.
Yeah, I will make some random move like rook e8 and then go back. Okay.
Okay. Wait to move.
You can, you can speak and tell us.
Yeah, you
your
want to
thinking
want to
process.
vocalize my thoughts. Okay. Well, first of all, I'm just trying to get an overall picture of where we are. It's not really that complicated of a position, but I'm just soaking it all in. So hang on a second. Are we? Okay, so it's equal material, but there's a pawn imbalance where we have one pawn against two on the queen side. So black could get a passed pawn there. So potentially I might want to do a mini minority attack so that I have, there might be a weakness there for black where he just ends up with one pawn. We have, and we have the majority on the king side for an endgame that could prove useful. Black's bishop looks. I don't want to waste all my time here, but just still getting a taste for the position. Black's bishop looks very poorly placed, and it disconnects his rooks. I have to be careful about Black opening up the d file with something like e5. And my bishop is fairly good. My knight is decent. So yeah, it looks like White has more options in this position. So with that being said, now I have to figure out kind of an overall plan. There's some potential weaknesses on Black's king side here. Can you see when I highlight? No, I don't. I guess you can't because we're playing a game.
No, yeah, I'm not saying. Oh, yeah, because
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. So
we're not going to see arrows.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm just kind of looking at like h7 because there's no pieces near Black's king. So I'm just wondering if there is like some weaknesses we could exploit there with like, I don't know, queen c2, knight g5 type ideas. But I'm a bit skeptical about that. All we have really is the knight and the queen that we can really attack there. Because after g6, I think we don't have a whole lot. Potentially we would have h4 after that, h4, h5. Potentially there's something there, but I think, especially with the pawn chain pointing towards the queen side, I think our attention probably should lie within the queen side. There's kind of a lot of focus on the c6 square and b7. So I'm just wondering about that. Yeah, I won't waste all my time, but the first move, I'm still getting a taste for the position. A4, I'm thinking about still. I'm still thinking about this like minority attack. Just trying to create a weakness. I'm not sure what I might do after knight a5. But I do have to make a move, so yeah, I'm considering a4. Knight g5 to e4 is interesting, and then I can also go to c5. Knight g4, knight e4, knight c5. Although, even if I got the knight on c5, it's fine there, but it's probably more flash than anything else. I also wonder, like, rook a b1, and then I'm threatening the c6 square. I can't take it with the rook, but I could then move my knight, and then I'm threatening to take on c6. If I go a4, knight a5. There's a lot of like decent moves, I think, for white, so it's a little bit hard. I think I'm going to go with a4 though, and I'm just doing a quick blunder check. 1 second. A4 b5. I just take. I'm going to go a4. Although I just realized now I allowed queen b4, but oh well. Actually, now I'm regretting it because of knight b4 a5 from Black. I'm kind of regretting that. But maybe I can play a5 myself, knight b4 a5.
Yeah, still with central control. So I will just play bishop this because knight on b4 is it's okay, but my bishop needs to get out.
I'm wondering about a5, a6. Okay, I'm going to play it anyway, so I'm going to continue with this plan. And I still don't want knight b4. Or even a5 from Black there would have been a problem. I think we have to continue a5. But now black is starting to. Well, that's an interesting move. I was thinking maybe he would play rook c8, rook rook dc8. So, wondering about a6, a6, b6, and then I don't know, knight g5 or something. What about knight d2? Knight d2 is interesting. Knight d2, queen b4. It's annoying. Knight d2, queen b4, queen takes b4, knight takes b4, rook c7. But then he just puts a rook on c8. That might be playable, but I don't know if that's best. Knight d2. What if I go a6 first? A6, b6, and then knight d2. Not so sure about that. Because then he gets a rook on c8. Oh, wait a second. He just takes the pawn. He just takes the pawn. And that might still be okay for me. I could move the queen. But no, he just takes the pawn. So maybe I do go knight d2. Knight g5 is interesting too, but knight d2 I think gives me more options. Knight d2 or knight g5 is what I'm leaning towards. Okay, I'm going to go knight. Whoa, hang on, 1 second again. Queen b4, still a pain. Oh no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Because my bishop is open, I think I can take him b7 if he does that. Okay. There's 5-second increment. So, knight c4, then he can play queen b4, and now my knight's in the way. Although I could then follow up with knight e6. Rook takes c1, rook takes c1. Might be decent. I don't really want knight e4 because it blocks my bishop. And I don't really know where I'm going after that. Like, even if I got it to c5 right now. C5, maybe, I guess I could take on b7 and then a6. Maybe I do go knight e4. Knight e4, b6? No, sorry, you can't do that. So yeah, maybe. So what? Knight e4, queen b4, queen takes, knight takes. Rook takes c8, rook takes c8. I'm not really sure about that. And then what? Knight c4? I don't know about that. Yeah, I'm still deciding between c4 and e4. Knight c4. What if he just goes like queen e7? Oh, that's such a tough choice. That is so tough. Okay, I gotta make a move though. So I don't. I'll go there. Yeah, I know. That's what I figured, but and this is yeah, I mean, this is what I'm afraid of. If I go like knight c5, what am I doing there? What about knight c5, e5? Ugh, knight c5, e5. Then what? d5? No, then he can move the knight. Um, I just don't like the knight on c5. I don't think it's. I think that's like false advertising. Like it doesn't really. I don't think it really achieves much there. It just looks strong. Yeah, this is. I'm starting to run out of ideas. H4? H4. I know that pawn setup, like f2, g3, h4 is good in an endgame with just pawns in the board, or even without pawns. But just to pass the move back to black. That's basically saying I have no idea what I'm doing. How to continue? I don't really see a big weakness now. I mean, my main idea was a minority attack. Maybe I should go back to that idea. A6. Maybe I should move the queen so that I can play a6. Or maybe I can even allow it. Just a6, ba, and then just like, I don't know, queen e2. I get worried though. Then he's got like rook b6. I guess I could still take. Yeah, because it's... Maybe I can do that. a6, ba, queen e2. No, he can... Then there's knight b4. Annoying. Knight b4, but then I have knight c5. But then he can... Yeah, maybe. Okay, let's try that. Or I could move the queen first. Maybe I should move the queen first since I have to move it anyways. Maybe I'm going to move the queen first. Because in that line I just looked at, if I have to move the queen anyways, maybe I should move it first, just in case there's issues. I don't think I'm playing very aggressively. You can kind of see my thought process. Yeah, I'm not a very adventurous player. I'm the opposite. Everything has to be accounted for. Whoops. There it is. There's the annoying knight b4. I got to pick up my pace a little bit. Maybe knight c5. I don't think his knight is really doing anything or threatening anything. Knight b5, just to sever its connection for now. Although I wonder if e5 again. No, e5 I could potentially take on b6. Okay, I don't think I mind that. I was kind of wanting, I think I'm going to take. Let's not waste time on that. Okay, I don't think this is so bad. I can trade. I got knight a6. Oh wait, do I though? Do I? I don't know about that. I think maybe I can. If he takes on c1, I just rook takes c1. But what if he takes on? If he takes on a6, I can. It might be a problem for me because knight a6, queen a6, and then rook a8, and then queen. I could give up the two rooks, which I'm starting to be more adventurous. I think I might be able to play knight a6. I think I might go for that. Why do I want to trade here? Well, because he has an isolated pawn, I think I'm happy to make trades. I'm worried about a tactical miss, but I think I... Wait, one more thing to consider. What if he plays rook a8? No, I should be okay. I think I can play knight a6. I think the tactics are okay. And I better watch the time. It's just 5-second increment, not like the 15 I'm used to. Okay. Okay, this is kind of what I wanted, so I can't complain. Rook c8. What is that? Do I want that endgame? Black is probably happy to draw, considering white was supposed to be better in the beginning. And then the b pawn marches. Does that force a trade even? I think it does. I think he has to take. Like, no, I guess he has queen b. No, he doesn't. Yeah, he's got to take. If rook c8, I think he's forced to trade, and then queen c8, b4. And I'm sure Alessandro is like, this is not the nature of the position. Like, but I don't know. I feel like white might have a small edge there, even though it is an outside pass pawn. But since I have a light squared bishop, maybe... But I don't know. I feel like if I get my king then to b3, maybe I can get something going. But yeah, that probably if there's an edge, it's very tiny. Let's see. But what else am I going to do? If I don't trade rooks, I feel like now that pawn might actually get pushed, because my bishop has limiting. And also, it's same colored bishop, so his bishop is a better attacker than my bishop. I think I'm going to go rook to 8, but I know that's not in the spirit of the starting position, and Alekhine would be shaking his head. But yeah, I'm gonna play it. Yes, and then hopefully we can stop this now. Maybe queen b8. Wait, yeah, queen b8. Let's do that. And then I guess he's going to create luft. f6 or g6, probably g6 or h5. Although, hang on, I've got bishop f6. And that's more trades. And is my king just a little bit too far? Oh shoot, my king is right outside of the square. So if I trade here, yeah. So bishop c6, king f7, take, 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 take. Oh, but then I can get there. Okay, should I do that? Let me think. Because that's my one opportunity. So bishop c6, king f something. Take, 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 and then king f1. Oh God, I'm right outside of the square. Ah, that's frustrating. That is frustrating. Okay, king f1 then. I go king f1. And then I guess he goes king f7. And that's frustrating. Okay, let's bring this in. Maybe I should have went to e1 because it's a dark square. Oh, he hung his queen.
Oh my God!
was that,
I got my queen. I will.
Oh, okay.
I resign. Yeah, because I climbed. It wasn't a misclick. Sorry. If it was a misclick, I might have asked you to.
Oh yeah, of course.
To withdraw the move, but yeah, it was.
So
just
this should be a draw, you think, with perfect play?
Yeah, at this point it is. Though a couple of moves before, I'm going to put it on our. Yeah. You could win the pawn on b4. It's not. I mean, it's still a hard game to win.
I know that so you're saying it would be 5 versus 4.
Yeah, it will be 5 versus 4. A queen endgame. You have your chances there. I mean,
yeah, I heard like the more pawns there are, the more of a chance you have. If there's more pawns on the same side.
Yeah, 4 versus 3, you almost never win. But 5 versus 4, I don't know theoretically how it's supposed to be, but it's not easy to win, but it's not easy to defend either. I mean, around here.
Oh, you're in the game study. Okay.
Here. Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I'm back here.
b4 should be a blunder, most likely. I take queen d7. And yeah, this one should be a draw. b4 is just, well, I lose the pawn in the end. You play queen b8, and I think I can do nothing against this, and bishop takes e8, and queen takes b4. The thing is, you were calculating the pawn endgame, but you don't need to. You can take b4 pawn.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I was just going to trade queens.
Yeah.
I didn't see that at all.
Well, I didn't see queen takes d6. So.
small detail.
That was a big fail. But your thought process was very interesting.
Timid, very timid.
Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting how you talked yourself out of certain things. I mean, well, first of all, you made a strategic valuation of the position at the beginning. But yeah, you weren't considering any moves. I mean, after, I don't know, like 5 or even 7 minutes, which is a problem. I mean, plans have to be intertwined with moves. Because, yeah, I know you're trying to get a sense of what's going on here. But in the end, you valued that you had some plans with a minority attack, which is a bit doubtful. This 1 versus 2, it's not that you're going to get a weakness here. This is probably going to be a pass pawn that I need to have on the b file. And the thing is, yeah, in the end, you only consider a4, and then after some minutes, you threw in some ideas of putting a knight on c5. And what I found interesting is that you talked yourself out of it.
Yeah, I still don't really regret it. I don't know. I don't really see the benefit of the knight on c5.
Well, you ended up going for 92, 94, and
Yeah, because
and the
yeah.
thing is,
Well, it was more to kind of kick the queen, but yeah, I didn't have a clear idea of what I was doing.
you mentioned another position factor that was very important here. That black has no defenders on the king side,
Hmm.
and in any
Yeah.
case, uh, a knight on c5 is better placed than this one. It's really hard to play b6. I think that's what makes this knight so annoying. If black could easily arrange b6, then that'll be well, of no use. But
But I was thinking,
the
even
problem
if
is,
we get to
yeah,
keep the knight on c5, like let's just say b6 is impossible for whatever reason. I just didn't know how I follow up after the knight. If I get to keep the knight on c5 forever, I didn't know how I was going to follow up.
well, the black probably can't survive with the knight on c5 forever. I mean, at some point, your pieces are going to gang up there, and there's a lot of them. I don't know. Some tactic might easily appear. And the thing is, it's better placed than it is on f3 in any case. So it's a plan that makes your position a bit better. Um, then some phantoms appear. For example, e5. E5 is so far away from happening. It's so hard to play e5 with black here. Uh,
Well, I was concerned about e5 if my knight was on c5. That's when I started to worry.
yeah, yeah. Even there, it's hard. I mean, black always has to consider d5, which is extremely annoying. I mean, there are no great places for this knight. Um, but there is one idea you mentioned with knight g5 that was the correct one.
Yeah, so g6, I
um,
didn't know. I was thinking g6, like g6, queen c2, h4, h5. That's the only. I didn't know of a plan other than that.
who do you think g6 favors here?
Well, he doesn't have a dark squared bishop, so if we get to like a, if we get some pieces off the board, and retains his bishop, that is good for me because the pawns are in light squares, and he has a light squared bishop.
Well, g6 is a general weakening. I mean, if we can get our opponent to play g6 here, we should be happy most likely. He's weakening the dark squares a lot, and he already has some problems there. Dark squares are generally weak. For example, g6, he might have to be careful about 94 followed by d5 and knight f6. Some tactics really appear there.
Mm.
In fact, I don't even know if he play right now. I mean, 94.
Have you heard of this Harry Golombek before?
Yeah,
Mm.
he's your typical victim
Yeah, yeah.
in these games by great players. Yeah.
And then
Well, I think this might be it. I mean, you can't even go here because of rook takes c6. Um,
queen d7. No, there's a fork.
queen d. Oh, queen d7.
Yeah,
There's a fork, and queen c7. There's d5,
yeah.
and yeah, it looks.
King g. Well, king g7. There's d5. Um,
Now
oh
this
yeah, yeah.
is
Sorry, yeah.
so.
Yeah, again, maybe there's no.
Yeah, this one seems. G6 right now seems way too dangerous. Even losing apparently. And I mean, black played the natural move here, which is bishop d7. The thing is, this is a double purpose move. Not only you're trying to make your opponent encouraging through weakness on the king side. This is also a thing. I mean, this knight is so flexible. Um,
And I had
Black
that
still
idea
has
too, right? I saw that,
yeah, you mentioned it.
and then I'm
Yeah.
like, nah. I threw it
Too
away.
aggressive.
It wasn't that it was too good.
uh,
I just didn't know the follow up. I just thought the knight on c5. I didn't want to play that without having a plan after the knight is on c5.
yeah. Well, I didn't play this. At least not yet. And well, it didn't happen in the game actually. Queen c2 was the move. This is much better than playing 94 right now. Um, I mean, you have to
Yeah.
make a move. G6 is always a problem. 94 is it's really hard to deal with. Even if you go queen e7, queen b2, and things with d5, it's um, the thing is you have better pieces. This configuration for black is quite passive. White has a space advantage. If you play g6, you also have to deal with weak dark squares on the king side. It's a lot. So the thing is, white is making progress here. f5 was played, and now there came a very strong move. f5 is kind of a sign, isn't it? I mean, it's a very well move. It's not the kind of move you want to make. It's very weakening.
First of all, I'm wondering why we can't take on c6. I guess there's rook c8.
What you mean bishop takes c6 right
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
And if he takes bishop takes c6,
Okay, I guess it won't work. I was thinking that we could go queen a2, but it doesn't work. No,
oh yeah,
no.
he has bishop b5. Yeah. Um, what move are you considering?
Well, I was looking at well, a lot of stuff that doesn't work. I was looking at d5, and then um, I was looking at queen e2, trying to get into h5. But after queen e2, I think he can just play g6, which I know we talked about before, but here it might actually um, be decent for him. Um,
Well, you did mention the forcing move, which is d5. Um, Looks interesting. I mean, this is also a problem. So this might work. d5.
yeah, so d5, and then I wasn't sure if he just moves the knight or even just recaptures.
Well, if he moves the knight, this is kind of move. I mean, if d5 knight somewhere 97, for example,
mm-hmm,
um, well, you clearly have the initiative there. It would be bad to calculate a few more moves, but it looks promising. I mean, takes rook
mm-hmm.
d1. His pieces are kind of hanging. You're opening the position these kings here, so if he's made to play something like 97, then d5 looks really good. I mean, d5 this should be the critical line, I guess. Him trying to snatch the pawn and keep it. Um, but then, yeah, um, there's a little combination. The point is this diagonal.
So I'm just looking at d5 ed, and I was looking at rook d1. Um, and let's just say bishop e6 and
Yeah, he's defending there, isn't he? Yeah. To be fair, it's quite a tough idea to find. And that, I mean, makes sense that Golombek missed it. um, because Alekhine did play d5. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was a surprise for Black in the game. In the end, he didn't take. I mean, he probably saw it after he faced it. He played 97, but if it takes D, surprise. it's hard to see, but you don't have any
yeah.
retreats, and this is coming.
That'll be smothered. Would that be smothered? Right? No, would it?
You still have bishop e6 though, and it's not pretty bad.
Yeah, so it would be a smothered if he doesn't give up the bishop. But yeah, so queen a2. Oh no, wait, I'm confusing myself.
And bishop e6 is the only move.
Wait, what about if we just go back? I'm wondering if we just take on D. No, if we go after. Well, sorry. Where was it? Here. Okay. I was wondering. So
now?
Yeah. So after takes and bishop takes and queen takes, right?
Yeah, rook d1.
And then where did you go here?
We tried queen e5.
Yeah, I was wondering if I can take rook takes d7.
Rook takes.
Yeah, rook takes. Yeah, but would that? Well, I guess we'd be down a knight at the end of that. Okay.
Oh,
wait, hang on.
Ends up taking.
Does that not work?
Takes.
Rook d7, queen a2.
Queen a2, king.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, and then
the rook is going to.
Right. Yeah. So then okay, never mind.
Yeah, it has F7 defend.
Yeah, I was also looking for a smothered there, but it doesn't work. Queen g7, he just goes king g7, or king g8. I mean, if I go queen g8, yeah, I was looking at queen g8, but okay.
He has a.
Yeah.
This looks good though. I mean, bishop b6, knight takes. He's going to lose material, I think. Rook takes. Has to be played, I guess. And yeah, I don't know how to deal with this because there's even the idea of taking the queen, so I don't know, a lot to deal with. And I guess if queen f6, you can even go rook d7. Is that so? There's 95. I don't know.
No, can't we?
There should be something here. um,
We can we not if knight g5, so if queen f6, knight g5 check, he can't go to f8. Yeah, he has to go there. Um, I only looked at king f8, which I so this is forced king h8. There's gotta be something. Even h4 it looks good.
yeah, it's
Wait. We could almost go. Oh, it doesn't quite work. Oh shoot. Yeah, but like h4 and then rook d6.
yeah. If we have time for this,
Yeah.
that would be h4, h6 though. I'm not sure
Could we?
because if rook d6, there's check.
Oh shoot, it doesn't quite work. So many moves are close to working.
Don't know if we should go for the immediate 95. I mean, from here we should check what's going on.
Yeah, maybe rook d7.
Rook d7, 95. Um, Rook d6 right now also looks good.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. What could we do? Rook d7, knight e5, queen c7.
But he takes the rook
We
and
take
his
on
rook
b.
is
We take.
defended.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he takes and defends.
That's annoying.
Oops, sorry. I think this is promising. I mean, king h8 has to be played, I guess. Oh, 98?
I saw that.
No, that's a check. Ouch.
But he's in check. Like you mean at the end?
No, I mean this.
Oh,
King
oh,
h8.
oh. You meant
Like,
you
yeah.
98 after this. Oh. Yeah, because I was looking at knight d8 as a first move, but
Right away, and then
yeah,
king
but
here. And,
yeah, that's the thing. I don't think we got too much out of it. And then knight takes c6.
oh, wait a minute. You're right. I mean, 98 or 95. How didn't we consider this? Rook d7 now. Now there's no 95. Like it?
Wha- wha- oh, I see.
Yeah, this one looks more.
So what is the strat? What if he like a6 or something? What if he just passes the move?
That's interesting. I see no threat yet.
Yeah, weird, right?
No threat at all. Maybe we play h4, and then we might threaten something.
Yeah,
like
h4 or f4. Yeah, it's weird though, right? That there's nothing like major.
Let's still not check everything, yeah. It's weird because it really looked like it should be. There should be something here, but still, well, we
Could he
could pick
even
up this
go?
pawn.
Is he
We
safe
are,
to even go queen a1, queen c3? Can he afford to do that? Probably not. He needs a queen there, I think. Otherwise, it'd be smothered mate. Yeah. So
yeah.
he can't leave it.
Well, we might be threatening to pick up this pawn, which is
That's all we get.
yeah.
Weird.
Well, not even that. I mean, there are things like this. It's
That's weird that that's all we can get, though.
I mean, it might be a problem for him because if this pawn falls, the knight is also hanging there. So it's not only the pawn, maybe.
What?
Maybe it carries some more problems with it.
Let's see. Knight d8, king h8. And then
90, no, 96, no.
then rook f7.
Rook f7, yeah, he takes with the queen. Um, no, but I'll be happy to play h4. The thing is, he doesn't have king h8 whenever he wants, and I bet he can't survive this forever. I mean, how long is he going to just stay on g8? Black can barely move also. For example, a6, h4, just to say something. But this king can never get out of here. He's also quite close to being in kind of a weird suk. Maybe we should just play queen d5 so there are no tricks like this, and then we can pick up this pawn and this knight is going to be left hanging there. It really looks like it should be winning. I mean, if I see this, I'd probably just go for it and then try to figure out the rest if I can't. If I can't really find the final blow, because it's just so promising. This was better for Golombek than what he played. I mean, this is. I think he takes this should be the main try, because 97 there was pawn takes, bishop takes, rook d1, and white's pieces are way too powerful. Queen e5 to stay in touch with the bishop, and now I can one pawn like this. Yeah, with this spice, but well, it's a pawn. And it's not only the pawn, as I was saying. Knight on c6 was an asset to black, and now the knight has no squares are supported near the center, so that's going to be a problem. I guess you can't take and take here because of this. Checkmate. So yeah, quite elegant. And well, now it's just a matter of timing. At least for Alekhine it is. Oh well, the game went a few more moves, and Golombek started dropping even more pawns. Black resigned because if queen a1, what happens? Is there a real threat here?
Rook h6, mate in 2.
Yeah, exactly. So almost impossible to prevent, actually. Rook takes h6 is coming. So he just resigned. Yeah, as you see,
knight g8.
Yeah.
Knight g8.
Knight g8. Yeah, so we still hang in there. Bishop. Oh no, there's check. Maybe we can play this if queen e4, there's king h3, and black runs out of checks, maybe? Is that so? Check, king h3, and there are no more checks. And guess we're threatening something like this. Hmm. um.
I would
So yeah,
probably just wait. Could we? What about bishop d5?
bishop d5.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my only well concern. I don't know if
Uh,
concern is the word. Because if bishop h5, there's no knight e7 because of rook e6.
wait.
And
Sorry.
if check bishop f3.
Bishop d5. You're saying knight e7? No, no.
Yeah,
Bishop d5.
bishop.
Yeah. And then we just play rook d. Oh, yeah, rook d5, and then we can take on h6.
Rook e6.
Yeah, sorry, rook e6. Yeah.
But if we
Yeah,
take
then
the
rook
queen is
h6.
defending.
No, rook h6. So.
But
Uh,
but the queen is defending now. Oh no, it's check. It's
oh,
even check.
Oh god, I threw the
Yeah.
game. Okay.
It should still be winning though.
Okay. We repeat to get more time on the clock, and then yeah.
Yeah, we go back to f3, and still this knight is not great here. Still 2 pawns up.
Oh wait, sorry.
I think
In that position,
yeah.
If we just one more time.
97.
But maybe not. I thought I saw something. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you might win with a bit of moves here.
Yeah, h4.
Even rook a8 looks
What about
reasonable.
h4?
I think this just kills it. h4.
Yeah.
I think it's just a killer. I don't see how to defend now.
Yeah, but you said
Against
after 97 or 97.
97 rook e6, and this time if queen f3 check, and now you're dropping this.
Kind of annoying though that knight g8. Like if you're in time trouble, it's not easy to find a solution against knight g8 if you have like 30 seconds left.
Yeah, you still gotta work.
Yeah, it's a little annoying.
For sure.
Hanging on by a thread.
Yeah. So, well, I thought about trying this because, well, it's a practical exercise in a way. It's not a completely winning position, but
it was it was an opportunity.
I mean, from the starting position, yeah, you have the big opportunity of seizing. Well, you have the initiative already, but
and I played in my
big advantage
in my exact normal style as you would expect. I see the idea, and it's there's a king, a lone king there. I've got knight g5, and then nope, let's go over to the queen side and do it slowly.
Yeah, you kind of talked yourself out of this because you even saw it's not that you only saw that the knight might head into c5. You also saw the idea of drawing some weaknesses out of him with g feeds and stuff like that. But still didn't convince you.
Yeah.
But that's very interesting. It worked. I mean, you still won.
I just need my opponent to hang a queen.
There was a bit of help involved. Yeah, it was. But it's important to take advantage.
Match fixing.
But yeah, I mean, next lesson, I'm going to look up for some position similar to this. I mean, I think this is something that we should do from time to time. Because it's a bit different from solving tactics, which you absolutely must do, of course, but
where there's a definite solution. Yeah,
exactly. Here you do get a big advantage with knight g5. I don't know if it's clear, if it's winning, but it's something between probably, because you really do have a big advantage after knight g5. But yeah, it's not so clear cut, and there are no completely forcing lines, though some calculation does help. For example, after knight g5, g6, maybe if you have calculated a bit more.
Yeah, 94. I didn't see 94. Yeah, I would love if I had seen 94, I definitely would have done that. Like I wouldn't even really hesitate if I had seen 94, because to me 94 is just very, very strong. So what's winning.
And that's interesting because it shows that you need to get more concrete in your in the way you choose your moves and your lines in a sense, because moves like this, when you have some night jumps around, do need some concrete
Mm.
uh, calculation, even if doesn't seem that anything is going on right now. Just making sure that just checking some lines is important in any case.
I've noticed actually when I've been doing puzzles, like that I often like ones that I miss a lot are similar. They're basically night moves. Not like the first move, but basically like follow up moves down the line. I often miss that because like it might be like move 3 or 4 in the puzzle, but I miss that like I can move the knight and then suddenly it's I call them an I call it an invisible fork where it's not attacking a piece or but but a square where it can maybe land another fork or some other threat. I often miss those, so that's
Yeah.
basically what this is. Because I'm not attacking a piece, but there's this invisible fork. It's here. It's not a fork, but there's this follow up square, which yeah, I often miss those in puzzles with knights. So something I have to try to be more
There
cognizant
is it
about.
to me. There is it to me because they are not so clear.
Yeah. By the
Yeah,
way,
totally.
I did. I paid extra to move up a section in that tournament that is coming up. So
Oh, very good.
yeah,
Very good.
I actually was I'm actually not eligible because they changed the rules where you have to be rated within 100 points.
Oh,
But I contacted the organizers because when I originally registered to the tournament, I was eligible, but then I played in that other tournament and where I lost a lot of points.
yeah.
So he's like, "Oh, okay, I'll allow it." So, so I am now. I'm currently the lowest rated player in the section, which I'm fine with. Uh,
Yeah, that's great
yeah,
actually.
yeah. The only downside is
Yeah,
that
it's
I'll
very good.
probably have a bye in the first round or second round. Um,
Oh,
and it's only a 5 round event, so I probably only play 4 rounds. That's the downside, but that's
well, let's hope it's a fair number of players, an even number of
yeah,
players.
yeah. And sometimes they have floaters. I'm not sure if do they call it that over there? Floater.
Oh, what is float?
Floater
I
is
don't know.
basically like volunteers that will, like often they are organizers or other players, and they will fill in the odd number spots,
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
I've seen it happen. Yeah.
in exchange they get free entry, so no entry fee for the tournament. Um,
Yeah.
but they're not eligible for prizes, but they still get the rating. So yeah, that's what I.
Yeah, they just complete the list.
Yeah, and sometimes they go different sections too, which is kind of weird. But they play in different sections, like which yeah, it's kind of strange. But
As needed.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, thank you for that lesson. I look forward to the next one. So I will see you next week then.
Yeah, okay. Well, it can be Friday, it can be Sunday.
Oh, right. I forgot it's Sunday. Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
Friday.
maybe Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Friday.
Okay.
Our usual new time
That'll be
slot.
more normal. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And your tournament's coming up. Oh, just over two
Yeah, it's
weeks. 2 weeks.
closer than I would like.
Yeah. Have you gotten any study time in lately?
um,
No.
yeah, more or less. Yeah, the amount of hours has been steadily declining, but
do you do you prepare for your opponents?
um, not in this one. I mean, there are just
Too many.
so many players rated above me and
Mhm.
near my
So you
rating.
just do it before the round, like.
Yeah,
mm,
yeah. In such an open tournament, it's almost impossible. I mean, if it's an open tournament where you only have a couple of players that are rated within your rating range, then you might look up their games beforehand. But here, it's so many of them that
Yeah, but the first round you can narrow it down to a few, right? In a Swiss.
Yeah, the problem is that anyone that enters the tournament, I don't know, a day or two before it starts, then it
But
ruins
you can
everything.
still narrow, if you narrow it down to like 4 or 5 people, you will get paired up against one of them though. But
Yeah,
first round doesn't matter though, so that's why, because you're high rated, so
yeah,
you're in the upper
I
half
will. Yeah,
playground.
I will get the lower rated
Okay,
opponent.
so they will
I need
prepare
a
for
lot
you
of
then.
work to
So
prepare for everyone.
how much time do you get notice when you're paired up, like round two?
Round two, well, immediately after round, the um, the papers are
Oh,
published. So
sorry.
yeah, I get a day.
I
It's
forgot
one game a day.
Oh,
Yeah,
one game a day,
yeah.
and then they
There's only one double round
and
on one. Yeah, I think round 3 and 4 are played the same day. But all the other rounds are played one round per day.
and they put the pairings up like a few hours after the round, the previous
Yeah,
round.
almost immediately. I mean,
Oh,
when the last game of the
oh,
round finishes, they just generate the
oh! I envy that.
points.
Yeah, we usually don't get them for a long time.
Really? Why? I
Yeah.
mean,
Ah,
it's almost automatic.
yeah. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Yeah. Which I don't know. I guess it's still fair though, because everyone gets them at the same time.
Yeah,
But
that's true. I mean,
yeah,
and
yeah.
no
Actually, I
one
guess
gets an advantage.
it's probably better for me because all my games are online. So if people prepare for me, it's easy to prepare for me. But
Yeah, that's true. If they get less time, then all the better.
yeah. Okay. Well, thanks again. I will see you next week, but on Friday.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you, Tyler. See you.